Okay, back with the built from spare parts Victrola VI. It's all back together. No real surprises in it. I set the speed control so that it is on 7 to 8 RPM and shows it. We put a rebuilt reproducer on there, and I had to install the 5 ball bearings and a little bearing race in the tonearm support. It was missing for some reason. I could have replaced the tonearm with one that's got more chrome on it, but this is the way the machine was built, so I decided to leave it alone as is. And it's playing well. We are going to play "Gimme a Little Kiss, Will Ya?" by Gene Goldkett and his orchestra. Pretty close to period correct, although this machine is a parts master, so we have 1920 case, we have 1912 motor, and a mixture of other parts in there. Oh, I should have wiped the dust off it. That's all right. Adds to the patina, as they say. Okay, let's listen to it. And the brake holds, and that is the original brake, too. Well, that's the brake as it came. And we go. There we go. And it'll play both sides of the record too, surprising considering they are original springs. But they have good tension still in them. And that's always good to, for at least, 1.5, 2 plays. This one will go a bit further than that, probably about 2.5, I think, before they give up the ghost. And being that this was not the larger of the 2-spring motors like you'd find in the Victor the 9th, you really can't expect them to be that much more powerful than the ones you find in the single spring you find in the 4. And, the 4 has a single slightly larger spring. This has 2 slightly smaller springs. So it kind of evens out. And it sounds pretty good. Whoever built it right. They knew what they were doing. You can see how nicely everything lines up on there. And while in 1920, these did come with the 11-inch turntables, not the 10-inch that's on here. He had to use the 10-inch because that was the extent that the little arm that controls the speed here, that hooks to the speed control, that's as far as it would reach right there. Really couldn't go any further. But that's all right. You can still play an 11-inch record on this. It would just overhang a bit, and it's not gonna. So long as you don't drop the reproducer on it when you put the needle on it, it's fine. It'll play just fine without the 11-inch turntable. But being that the majority of my records are 10-inch anyway, I don't really consider that a big problem. Well, you can see it. I didn't polish it up or anything. This is actually the case as it came. Hasn't been cleaned. Hasn't been, no wood feeders been put on it, no polishes, nothing. Little dust is still on there. And it came out of Lancaster, Pennsylvania. This little brass plate on the side there, I took it out and flipped it over. It is a plate off of a Pennsylvania boiler company of some kind. So I guess it did spend most of its, or all of its life in Pennsylvania. And somebody accumulated all its parts and put it together there. And they left the original tag on there, which is good. I had actually thought that tag might be another Victor tag, and I was going to flip it over and see what it said, but it was just for a boiler company. Oh, and of course we have... Oh, I'll get that over there. We have replaced the felt, because the old felt is here, actually, and it looked kind of nasty. The needle's been dragged on it a few times. It's loaded with dust and who knows what else on there. And some lovely mold. So we decided to get rid of that. We don't need any crud on the records. And since I do keep this material in stock, it's always around, it's not a big deal. And there you go. That is the Victor VI, built from parts machine. Playing a record.